Well, hello again, everyone. Welcome to our latest webcast that we're bringing you from Travel Weekly. And you can see I'm joined once again by Steve Heapy, who is, of course, the CEO of Jet2.com and Jet2 Holidays. So, Steve, another exciting day for you.
It is, Lucy. I'm down at Gatwick Airport, having just announced.
You that's got the nosebleed this time because you've come so far south again.
I know, yeah, wow. It's a whole new and exciting world. We've come down to announce the launch of the start of our operations from Gatwick Airport on the 26th of March next year. We'll have 6 aircraft, 5 of which will be based at Gatwick, operating 29 routes, a total of 79 flights a week, 900,000 seats. So very exciting news for us. We've been asked for a long time to operate from here.
You have.
Lots of customers have wanted us to come here. We have been flying a little bit in the winter for the last couple of years, doing some ski flights and charter flights, but we now have a year-round operation, and it's very exciting.
So tell me about it then, because obviously you're right. Every time I speak to you, I'm like, when are you going to go to Gatwick? And I'm sure people have been asking you, and you've always said you weren't at you were establishing your other bases, because you've added quite a few bases, haven't you, recently? And now this one makes 14. But what was the defining factor then? Because it does also say in your statement that it was actually the opportunity arose earlier than your original expectation. So what changed? Did you get the slots become available, or what changed?
Yeah, it was exactly that. I mean, one of the reasons why we've not done it in the past is because there hasn't been the slots available. It's a very, very busy airport, and there wasn't the opportunity to start an operation, but there's a little bit of capacity become available following some work that's been done at the airport. And we're able, as a new entrant, to get slots to operate 6 aircraft. So I'm very happy that we've got pretty much what we wanted. Yeah, so it's going to be a big job to get things set up in time for the start of the operation on 26th of March. But we're all very excited, very much up for it, and looking forward to providing our VIP service to people in the Gatwick catchment area.
I can't believe you've not said award-winning.
Maybe we should reshoot this, and I'll put it in.
No, we can come on for it. You've got time to say it again. All right. So you were obviously then first in the queue, were you? You were obviously ready then. And I know you're saying it's a big job to get it ready, but it's clearly you must be ready to go when opportunities like this then do arise. I mean, six aircraft it's no mean feat, is it? That's quite a lot. 29 destinations.
It's not, but when it's a big project and a big investment, so we have to keep the people involved in the project to an absolute bare minimum. So there'll be a lot of people that the vast majority of the company that knew nothing about this, but that's how we have to do it, because when we're doing this sort of thing, obviously you have to keep these things very much secret, because there's negotiations going on, etc. And now the announcement's out, we can really start to work on everything we need. But I'm very confident, as we have done with other base launches that have happened closer to departure, that we'll be ready on the 26th of March to go. And I'll be down here on the 26th to see our first flight away, hopefully.
Nice. Okay. And then you haven't increased your ATOL for next year, but you're obviously adding on all of this capacity from Gatwick then. But what's happening there? If people previously from this area, from the south, would have gone to Stansted, wouldn't they, to fly with you? I mean, I've done it myself on a Jet2 holiday. So what are you reducing the flights then from the other sort of airports in the south?
There might be a little bit of crossover. Some people that have previously gone to Stansted might go to Gatwick, etc. But there's a whole new group of people in the catchment area that haven't flown with us before that hopefully will want to fly with us and experience our multi-award winning customer service. I think that we are renowned for providing the best customer service and looking after people, and lots of people want to experience that. And I think when you are in tough economic times, people tend to gravitate to the brands they know and trust.
Yeah, all right, I'll come on to that. I do want to talk about the confidence, because we obviously got the budget coming up. But just on that then, so just to be clear, this is you're expecting additional customers, this is additional capacity that's going in?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, there's lots of people that live down here that would like to try Jet2. I've been speaking to some of them this morning, and for whatever reason, Stansted was too far, Luton was too far, and Gatwick is now right for them. So I think there's a lot of people that wanted to experience it, and now we'll be able to.
Okay. And have you had any reaction yet from independent agents in the area? I mean, we've been out and rung around quite a few. Someone said it was game changing for their business. I mean, people are very happy if they are a travel agent with customers in the southeast. So has that been the reaction you've received?
Yeah, I think genuinely people are very excited. Alan Cross is away on the Hayes conference at the moment, and he's been speaking to a lot of the agents there and to Dame Irene, etc. And I think everyone's very excited about it. Very happy to have us and looking forward to taking people on one of our flights or holidays, because as we all know, nothing beats a Jet2 holiday.
Well, so your adverts tell us, Steve, constantly. I see them in my front room. Obviously, it's quite a challenge to rival operators, isn't it? You know, your rival operators have been operating from Gatwick for a while. It's the one airport that you know people wanted you to come into, but you were not going into it. Now it does change things, doesn't it, from this airport?
It does, but you can't get too upset about it. You know, we've been in bases when other people have launched there that weren't there before, and you just get on with it. You know, that's life, that's competition. I think competition's healthy. It results in better quality, better value for customers, and you know, none of us should be scared of competition. It's happened to us, and we've come in here, and we will have to fight for customers just as everyone else does. It keeps companies on the toes. It keeps standards and quality high. So it can be a very good thing.
Okay, all right. You mentioned then at a time with, you know, when people might be feeling the pinch, it's important to have a company that they trust with good rates, not good fares, etc. So I know you've got your trading update coming next week. I appreciate you can't say too much, but can you talk about how you're seeing customer confidence? What, you know, and especially with the budget coming up on the 26th, you know, that's going to be a lot of people saying that's a bit make or break until people know what's going to be left in their pocket. What are you seeing, Steve?
Yeah, I mean, I think customers are getting a bit worried about the budget. We've seen a very late booking market this year, and people are holding back for whatever reason. They want a better deal. They're not sure about the environment going forward. We've seen unemployment go up a bit over the last few months, so maybe people are getting nervous about that. But I think once the budget's out of the way, people will have certainty, because the worst thing's uncertainty.
Yeah.
People very often can handle good news or bad news, but certain uncertainties, the killer. I don't want to get drawn into detailed opinions on the budget, because we could spend all day.
Yeah.
But what I would say is I would urge the government not to increase taxes on flying, and that's any taxes. People very often talk about APD, but it's not the only tax we pay. We pay carbon tax. We're losing allowances on fuel. We are having to put a higher amount of sustainable aviation fuel, SAF, into our fuel mix, 2% this year, 3.6% next year, and it costs 3 times more than aviation fuel. All these are taxes that increase the cost of flying. So, you know,
which will then increase the cost of the holiday for the customer, of course.
Yeah.
I guess you've got to pass it on.
Yeah, so I don't want to obsess on one tax. It's the entire tax environment, you know, whether it's an overt or a covert tax. Taxes on flying should not be increased, because taxes are demand management measures, and demand management measures are there to reduce demand for something, obviously. And putting taxes up on flying will reduce demand. Now, who are the people that won't be going? It won't be the rich and privileged. It will be the least wealthy members of society. So these taxes on aviation are regressive. They will stop people at the lower end of the income scale to go on holiday. And that, for me, is just completely wrong. Everybody has a right to go on a holiday. Everyone works bloody hard in this country. Everyone wants their slice of sunshine and different cultures, etc. And I think that the ever increasing tax burden on flying and holidays is going to mean some members of society will not be able to afford their flight or holiday. And I think that's disgraceful.
Yeah. I mean, one assumes they've already made the decision on what they're going to say in the budget. It's only a few weeks away. So presumably you've been making this case to government for, I guess, for a long time.
Yeah, we have individually, and the airline industry have. We've made clear what we think we want. But, one thing...
Are you hopeful they've listened to you, or do you still think that they could, come in and take a swipe at the industry?
I don't know. We certainly make ourselves heard. Whether
Yeah.
whether they take no, I don't know. But I would urge the government to help the airline industry on its journey to decarbonisation through two measures. One, the implementation of the revenue certainty mechanism for SAF. That will result in SAF plants being built in the UK, which will increase supply and reduce costs.
Make it
Great
cheaper,
for customers.
Yeah.
And I would also urge the government to get a move on with airspace modernisation, because if aircraft are allowed to fly in a straight line from one place to another, that will decrease carbon dioxide emissions by anywhere between 10 to 12%, just by updating a very outdated airspace management system. And those two measures, which are firmly within the government's control, will be the two biggest decarbonisation measures out there.
Not just making fewer people go on holiday.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Flying should be for everyone, not just the rich and privileged. And, we should be making it available to everyone. I think during COVID or following COVID, it showed that, going on holiday, getting some sunshine, getting some vitamin D, seeing some friends and families, having a break from the mundane day-to-day routine is good for mental health.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, let's hope they have listened. Sorry.
I would be shocked if that was taken away by ever increasing tax burdens on flying. I think that's wrong.
Okay, well, let's hope. Let's see what happens come the 26th, and we'll hopefully we will not be stung. That would be good. Let's just get back to Gatwick, Steve. Obviously, in your statement that you put out this morning, you also talked about how it gives you this great foothold, in this airport, which is ripe for expansion. And so you'll now be in to hopefully increase your program as Gatwick increases, if it gets that second runway. Talk to us about that then, and what your ambitions might be.
Well, I hope so. I hope Gatwick doesn't remain a 6-aircraft base. We've got 23 of our 146 aircraft order, brand new A321 neo aircraft, the most fuel efficient, quietest aircraft in the world in its class. So we've got another 123 of them to come, which will replace our existing fleet and also provide us with the ability to grow. So I hope that Gatwick is very much more than 6 aircraft. We'll see how things pan out over the next few years, but I'm sure that we'll get the opportunity to grow further. We've got a guaranteed aircraft order, and I would love to put more of those in Gatwick, as I'd love to put them in our other 13 bases as well. Gatwick is like the latest of a number of children. It's what we love, all our bases as much as each other. There are no favourites, and I would like to see them all flourish and develop. We've got plenty of aircraft, and we've got the ability to do that over the coming years.
You've got plenty of aircraft coming that surely can't all go to the 14 bases. I mean, are you looking at any more? I mean, are 14 enough children for you, Steve? Or are you thinking of having any more?
Well, you never know. You've got to react to opportunities, haven't you? I mean, you asked me when we launched Luton, is this the last one?
It is.
And I thought it was, because I didn't think we'd get slots at Gatwick, but you never know what's around the corner.
Yeah.
So
is there anyone else that you're targeting? Is there anywhere else where you feel there is? Because I know you don't do it unless there's customer demand. Clearly, that would be stupid. So you clearly following where you think you've got good business. So is there anywhere else in the country or in the UK that you think you're waiting for slots or waiting for that opportunity?
There may be. It'd be a bit silly for me to get. That's like me saying to you, "What's the latest scoop that you're chasing? Why don't you tell me on air what your latest scoop is before you publish it?"
Yeah, I'd tell you to do that.
Well, that's what I'm saying to you in a very polite way, Lucy, obviously. But
I know that's fair enough, but it would be remiss of me not to ask. And
of course it's,
I mean, I sound boring. It's like a long playing record, but then also people want, you've got all these aircraft on order. My point is, I know you always say there's loads more to get from more UK bases and more places in Europe, but everyone does want to know if you're going to do any long haul destinations, and you always say never, but And again, you're not going to tell me now, but that is an opportunity for you as more and more people, you're the UK's largest leisure airline, etc. So, or you're
my
becoming
response to that,
leisure holiday company.
yeah, my response to that would be, funnily enough, never say never. But it is a pretty valid response. I mean, right now we're not thinking about it. No, it's not something that's on our radar. It's a very big topic to think about, and it's a very big commitment to make. Wide body aircraft cost an enormous amount of money, and we've got a lot of narrow body aircraft coming into our fleet. We've got 14 bases, 14 children to nurture and help to grow. And that's what we're concentrating on at the moment. I know you.
So the aircraft on order at the moment would be to replace or to additional aircraft for the routes that you're currently operating.
That's right. Yeah, we've got some aircraft that will be retiring over the next few years, and some aircraft will be for growth. We can flex those numbers up and down depending on.
Yeah, but you'd need to order a different type of aircraft if you were going to be going long haul.
We would, which is a massive, massive thing. It's not something I've given much thought to at all at the moment.
Well, that's a lie. You clearly thought about it, but you're obviously not. I mean, there's no way you're the CEO of Jet2 and you're not thinking about it. But okay, fair enough. Just finally, because I know we haven't got time, but I guess the government should also listen to the fact that you're creating jobs, aren't you? This is 300 new jobs at Gatwick on top of however many other people you employ around the country. So that's another reason to support the aviation industry.
At least 300, yeah, of all skill levels. We've got our customer helpers, we'll have ground operations people, engineers, cabin crew, pilots, and that's just the direct jobs. And then there will be indirect jobs. We might need some more people in head office because we've got another base of 6 aircraft. There'll be indirect jobs created of other businesses in the area, etc. The airport will be a bit busier. So again, it's a great boost for GDP, and we're very happy to be helping the government in its aspiration to provide growth into the UK economy.
All right, Steve. I know you've got lots of other people to talk to today. Thank you for joining us. And,
thanks, Lucy.
Yeah, good luck with it all. And on the it is the 26th. It's just in time for Easter, isn't it? For
26th of March, you can come along to the launch and enjoy.
Well, I feel I should now. It's only down the road for me at last.
You haven't really got an excuse. We'll even ply you with coffee and a free breakfast sandwich. How's that?
God, I mean, you know how to treat a girl, don't you? All right, Steve. Thank you very much. Very best of luck with it. Thanks very much for sparing the time. Thank you.
Cheers, bye.